So here we are at day 3, or the start of day 3, Han River Roadhouse. We've just woken up. Tamara stayed way over there, somewhere in between the trees. She strung up a hammock. She was freezing, but it was pretty cold last night, funnily enough. So today I've got a little mascot on my helmet. He wants to come along for the ride. He's trying to hitchhike his way to Cape York. So day 3 sees us waking up in Han River Roadhouse, and today we go all the way through Llama Llama National Park, over the Archer River, and then down into Cowan. So once again we start the day with a nice view of the road with the camera angled down. Very decent bit of Barcaldine black, they call that sort of road surface. Very black tar with nice little grey rocks in it. It's very typical of Barcaldine, but also up in northern Queensland. So the Peninsula Development Road is a lot of this bitumen, interspersed with a fair bit of corrugated dirt roads as well, but this particular stretch, probably about 20 or 30 kilometres long, was all bitumen. So that's us just wearing down our knobby tyres and just dying to get back to the dirt.
This is really nice. Really cool. That's so awesome. It's like an oasis in the middle of nowhere. How good is that?
Here we are pulling into the Musgrave Telegraph Station, petrol station. Wasn't really much there, and all we needed was petrol, but we still had a Coke and stretched the legs a bit, and got some petrol. But yeah, nothing really there. I wouldn't want to stay there, I don't think. This is going through Llama Llama National Park. It was really good to get off the Peninsula Development Road because that was just so bumpy, whereas this one here was really smooth and there was no one else around at all, not even signs of other people being here. So it was a really nice ride, but it was starting to get a little bit late in the afternoon at this point in time. So we sort of needed to make a bit of a move because we're only about halfway to our destination. So at this point we were still a bit cautious about going through river crossings. We still didn't know how to gauge depth just by looking at it, but all that was about to change pretty shortly. We're in Llama Llama land. No. I think just straight through this side. Yeah. One of the handiest things about riding in pairs is being able to have someone tell you what angle your GoPro is sitting at so it can sit up straight. Does that look flat to you? Forward?
It's kind of angle down, like this much.
Or up?
Down. Like, I think should go a bit up.
Oh, the screen. And finally we made it to a sign that said welcome to Llama Llama country, which was quite funny because we thought we'd been riding through it for about the previous 2 or 3 hours, and that meant that we had even further to go than what we thought to get to the final destination by sunset, and there was still plenty of challenges yet to come. Definitely a lot quieter out here.
I thought the people would call the cops on us with all the signs and all. And then I thought we need to stick with the road.
Yeah, it's just so you don't go like hunting and stuff in there.
It's hot though, huh? Yeah. Are you doing a fire? Getting all day. Drink some water.
was just saying it was like a desert back there.
Sorry?
It was like a desert back there, and then all of a sudden there's just this canopy of trees and woof, you're in like a rainforest. How weird is that?
Very, very weird.
Well, that didn't work. I think I'm off. No. All right.
Lift it. The whole first.
I should have taken my luggage off. That's what I should have done.
Alright, push it.
It's in gear, so you got the clutch in?
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm going towards with them.
The only way to do it is take the bags off.
Yeah. Just don't jump on the back, just go pushing.
It's a bit
like
out
that.
already.
Yeah, it's out already, just from there.
Alright.
And don't...
I think you're gonna make it.
Go back, pushing.
Whew. So that was a real relief. That was one bike across. There was 2 more to go. There wasn't really much to say with the Husqvarna. I'd kind of learnt my lesson from the first one, is not to go slow through all of that soft, silty sand. It was almost like quicksand. So the Husqvarna, I managed to leave all the saddlebags on, and I kind of actually just rode it across without even putting my feet down. It just putted across. The throttle response on it's a lot easier to ride than the Honda. So it made it straight across in one go, and it did it so quickly that no one even had the GoPro on, so we didn't catch any footage of that. But the next one across was Tamara's bike, and that's where things started to go a little bit downhill for the afternoon, and sort of for the rest of the ride for her as well.
Alright, Tamara is the last bike across this. I check it out, so bend on my bike.
Let me do it mentally.
Just follow the track. Yeah.
This one or maybe?
No, just because this one's already digged in, it's probably easier. Otherwise you're gonna dig another one. It's deeper. Let's go.
Might be on the middle there.
Vá até ali e pare. Go on a line.
At this stage, I should point out, we were absolutely stuffed from a full day of riding. It was hot, must have been in the 30s. It was probably about 100% humidity, and it was late in the day. So we were knackered by this point, and this was just one of those little obstacles that pushed you over the edge.
Come on, Giselle.
So you can really hear the little 250 4-strokes struggling in that really soft sand. It was hard going.
Is that second gear or first gear? Just put in first gear. Are you in first gear? Is no petrol on the bike? Maybe don't step on the bike, don't sit on the bike plate.
So once all the 3 bikes were across, we decided just to cool ourselves off and let the clutch on the little 250 cool down a bit as well to see if that helped.
We just changed the plans after having to drag the bikes on the river and push it really hard. We all three very tired. So we're supposed to go to Port Stewart today, but Tamara just lost her clutch. So we're gonna be going to Port. Hopefully we get there before it's dark. We're gonna try to fix the back tonight, tomorrow morning, and then plan the next one. Alright. Made it just in the nick of time.
Came to Cohen Pub. What a ride. That was longer than we thought.
Babe, you saved us today. Big hero.
Got through the river.
We got stuck. And
There's Tamara setting up a crab pot for tonight. We should have a nice feast of mud crabs in the morning.